This is episode 2 of my journey to $1 million net worth. In this video, I'm going to be breaking it all down for you guys, where my net worth is currently at, a breakdown of my net worth so you can see how much is a portfolio versus a savings account and all that good stuff, and then how I plan to keep it growing. And so this is a monthly series that I will be doing around the beginning of every month, basically just logging where my net worth is at the very end of that month, and then a couple of days later talking about it. So we're going to be talking about October and where we ended. But before we jump into the video, comment down below what is your current net worth. I'd love to hear, and let's jump right into it. So starting out with briefly defining net worth, if you didn't watch my previous video, it is basically just taking all of your assets minus all of your liabilities. So let's pretend that you have $5,000 cash, but then you also have $2,000 on a credit card, then your net worth would be $3,000. It's the amount of things that you own minus the amount of things that you owe. That is a simple way to look at it. So taking a look at my net worth here at the very end of October, the very last day, my net worth was at $222,214. So we are almost at $225,000, which I'm pretty excited about. That is a nice milestone to hit, especially because my net worth just 2 months ago was $213,000. So it's already gone up quite a bit. And then if we take a look at the breakdown of my net worth, most of that is going to be coming from my ETF portfolio, which is at $133,214. And then behind that, I have $71,000 of equity in my rental property. I have about $10,000 in a high yield savings account, about $5,000 in miscellaneous stuff. So this could be things like my car's value, or I'm really into film and photography. So some of my cameras and lenses, if you add some of that stuff up, it's probably around 5K. And then my checking and savings accounts sitting right around 3K usually. So that is the total of 222,000 there. And like I said before, the portfolio makes up most of that. It is right now about 59.9, so about 60% of it. And then the equity in my house is about 32%. And then as you can see, those other categories are pretty small. So it's mainly the portfolio that is going to be driving the growth every month. It is a mixture of me depositing money as well as the market going up in value. So some months, even if I deposit money, if the market has a bad month or year, my net worth may go down, but long term, I know that it will trend upward because I have a lot of faith in this portfolio and it is very simple and it works very well for me. So if you take a look at my net worth tracker here, last month I was at $218,477. I invested $1,676, but the value of my portfolio increased by $3,737, which means that I saw about $2,000 in gains for the month. Now, in regards to my total net worth here, this was an increase of about 0.9%, so right around 1% in a single month, which is great. And we can even zoom in one level further because my portfolio is $133,000, like I said. So if you look here, before it was at $129,477. I invested $1,676. It went up by all those same amounts, except the percentage increase here was actually 2%. Because again, the portfolio is the main thing that's going to be driving my growth every single month. I tend to just keep, any cash I have as an emergency fund in that high yield savings account. And then besides that, any extra money I have, I tend to invest as much as possible. And so seeing an increase of $2,000 without having to do anything is always really nice. And it's pretty cool to hit that 130K mark. Maybe we could finish out the year around 140,000. Again, it really just depends on how much I'm investing as well as how good the market does. But to be honest with you guys, the market has had just green month after green month. And when I'm talking about the market, I'm mainly talking about the S&P 500 because that's where most of my money is invested. But because we've seen so many green months, it would not surprise me if we saw a big red month pop up in the next couple months here, maybe a 5 or 10% drop. But again, I can't predict the future. I'm just going to invest consistently. And when talking about the $1,676 that I invested in October, all of that went into VU or the S&P 500. Now, some of that was in my 401k and the other part of it was in my brokerage, but overall it is all getting invested into the S&P 500 right now. And so my portfolio as of today is actually around 132,000. It's gone down a little bit since the start of November, which is totally fine. But as you can see here, the S&P 500 is $96,000 or about 72.5% of my portfolio. And then I also own a dividend growth ETF called SCHD that is around 23,659 there. And that's just under 18%. And then finally, I own another ETF called VUG. This one's way more focused on technology and growth stocks. And that is currently at $12,765 or right around 10% of the portfolio. So one of my goals that I talked about in the last video is by the end of the year, getting my S&P 500 position to $100,000. Right now, I think we're on pace for it. We'll have to see. We got a couple of paychecks left in the year. So hopefully we can get some good deposits. Hopefully the market can end the year pretty strong, but we'll just have to see. So jumping into a goal that I do have for myself this year is investing $40,000. And I do not think I'm going to hit it because I'm about $14,000 away, which would mean in November as well as December, I would have to invest $7,000 each month. And I just don't have that much money to invest over the next 2 months. And that's okay. It's not that big of a deal. If we can at least hit 30K, I will be happy with that. But that's also the point of setting goals, is to, shoot for the stars and land on the moon. It's okay if you don't hit the exact goal, and maybe next year I could definitely hit that 40K mark. That would be pretty awesome. And then if you're new to this series, another thing I did want to mention is in regards to my house equity, I'm probably going to only update that once every 6 months or so. So it's mainly just looking at my portfolio and seeing how much it's grown each month. Because like I said before, it's 60% of my total net worth. That is the main thing I'm putting money into, and that is the main place that we're seeing growth. My high yield savings account, sure, it generates a little bit of money just passively from, interest being collected, but I don't really add that on. Pretty much these other 4 categories besides the portfolio are going to be flat every month. So the main driver of my growth is the portfolio. And the main way to grow this is to live below my means, invest super consistently, and then do not stress if the market goes up or down. Just stay the course and keep investing no matter what happens. And to be honest with you guys, I cannot predict the future. I do not know where the market is headed next year or 2027. None of us can, but in my opinion, it would not surprise me if we saw a pretty red year coming up in the next 2 or 3 years. And the only reason I say that is because it seems like 2023, 2024, as well as this year, the market has just been going up and away. We haven't seen a big crash or correction in a while. Like, yeah, don't get me wrong, the market went down from 2021 to 2022, but it would not surprise me if we saw the market drop, I don't know, 15 or 20% over the next year. Again, I could be wrong, but having 3 back-to-back pretty green years is a really good sign. Again, the money's growing, no complaints on my end, but it's also hard to see that just continually happening year in and year out for the next 2 or 3 years. I feel like we're due for a red year coming up, which is also not a bad thing. And the reason it's not a bad thing is because if you understand the psychology of investing, when you have something go on a huge discount in the stock market, like the S&P 500, when it drops 15, 20, 30%, that is a great opportunity for you to be buying and buying as much as possible, because long term, it is most likely going to bounce back. It has never had a negative 20-year period. And so regardless of what happens over the next 12 months or 24 months, do not stress it. Again, just keep investing consistently, live beneath your means, and you will do very well. Also, one thing I did want to mention here is that I am trying to make a template for this tracker so that you guys could also track your net worth. So if you're interested in that, comment that down below. I will start to build out that template a lot more for you. And right now, my next milestone, like I said before, is 225,000, but in my opinion, it's actually 250,000. That's a lot bigger milestone, because then I am a quarter of the way to $1 million, which is pretty exciting. And although each month we're not going to see huge moves, we're not going to see it jump, 10, 15, 20K, maybe later on we will, but right now we definitely will not. But even seeing a $2,000 increase or a $1,000 or a $3,000 increase, and even if it doesn't increase, even if I am just investing consistently, that is the main thing, because long term, that is what's going to build a ton of wealth. And so that is it for me. What is your guys' current net worth? Comment that down below. I'd love to hear. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, drop a like down below, hit that subscribe button. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.